free right here. Smash that like button, subscribe, and let's get into it. Gareth's diving deep into pre-market moves and trade setups. Learn to read markets, spot opportunities, and protect your money. This info can change your financial life. Remember, knowledge is power. Let's dive in with Gareth Soloway and take our trading to the next level.
All right, guys. Let's go over our Bitcoin chart as long as we're discussing it here, and Bitcoin behaving just like it should on a technical basis. So if we look at Bitcoin, and I'll go over to the chart, the big board here as well, because I think this is worthy of looking at. But essentially what you have here is, well, first of all, we know the 108 level turned out to be, at least for now, correct, right? And the beauty of it is we shorted here in my service, Smart Money Crypto, and we already banked the profit. It was a great profit. We pull back down into this range. So that's already done. Now, the 108 level I've hypothesized could be a longer-term major top, but we won't know, as I've said in the game plans, until months from now, if not 6 to 12 months out. Now, what you saw here is you have this parallel channel, right? So there was a bigger parallel that gave us the 108. Notice again, look at this, right there. See the cross of those two trend lines? We just talked about factors. That's two right there. Now again, if you looked at the charts, you could have probably come up with a third one as well. But in the very least, that gave you a 70+% chance, maybe upwards of 80, that was going to be a major resistance. That's why I took a trade on that, right? Because the probabilities were high enough. Now, as you have this parallel, right? So you came down to the parallel here, here, and here, and you broke. So what happens is then you go to this next level, and this is like, it's literally like playing hopscotch or, hop, skip, and a jump here. So you come down.
Kick things off with a look at the pre-market. Now, you know me, I love efficiency, and that's why pre-market analysis is so crucial. It's like getting a sneak peek at the day's game plan. And right now, the big story is volatility. We're seeing some major swings in the market, and that means opportunity. But here's the thing, volatility can also be dangerous if you're not careful. That's why Gareth's expertise is so valuable. He's going to show us how to read the signs, identify the trends, and make smart decisions in any market condition. Remember, we're not just following the herd here, we're using data and analysis to make informed trades. That's how you build long-term wealth, not by chasing hype or listening to the talking heads on TV. So let's dive into Gareth's pre-market analysis and see what opportunities we can uncover.
All right, so we have some movers and shakers this morning in the pre-market. We're going to look at technical levels to trade. We'll focus on Bitcoin as well as gold, silver, oil, and even natural gas is showing the potential for a little bit of a day trade today as well after filling a key gap. So again, stocks, commodities, crypto, we'll cover it all, including the psychological and education side. All right, follow me over to the big board here. If we take a look at what the markets are doing pre-market, what we can see is we closed right here yesterday. So that's where we closed yesterday, and you can see that we are up a little bit on the day. Now, what's interesting about this, right, is that, yes, we're up, but you know what? We were up yesterday. And what did we talk about? We've seen so many times where the markets are opening higher, and then early in the day, we see this selling pressure come in. Yesterday, to be fair, it was pretty much throughout the course of the day. But what does that tell us? It tells us there's this nervousness amongst the smart money, the bigger institutions. They're really not waiting to unload. We saw it into year end. We're seeing it already in January here.
One of the most important things to understand about the market is that it's not just about individual investors like you and me. There are big players out there, institutions with massive amounts of capital, and they can move the market. But here's the good news. We can track their moves and use that information to our advantage. Gareth's going to show us how to identify institutional buying and selling patterns, and that's incredibly valuable information. Because when you understand where the smart money is flowing, you can start to anticipate market moves and position yourself accordingly. Remember, in real estate, it's all about location, location, location. Well, in trading, it's all about timing, timing, timing. And by understanding institutional flow, we can get a leg up on the competition. So let's see what Gareth's analysis reveals about the smart money's moves.
All right, so a couple other things to take note of, right? We know that the patterns are bearish. The market breadth, advanced decline, has been atrocious for the last month or two. And again, these are signals that while you're still going to get bounces in the market, you just have to be more prepared. This is a market in 2025 that I think is going to be far more volatile than it was in 2024. Remember, 2024 had some pullbacks, but it was generally up and to the right.